I'm Genevieve Barrett.
And I'm Summer Vasquez.
Today we're going to take a closer look into child slavery.
Many children are forced to work on tobacco fields for 12 to 18 hours a day, 6 days a week, for about $1 in order to keep their families out of poverty. As of 2006, there has been over 218 million child laborers worldwide, with over 126 million involved in hazardous work.
All states are currently regulating child labor. 90% of all tobacco grown in this country comes from North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia. When parents can no longer care for their children, they turn them over to a mill or factory owner. They are provided with no playtime, education, and little rest.
Some workers are put into dark, damp, and dirty factories. Children are hired more cheaply because they are running machines that do not require adult strength.
Children as young as 7 years old are having to handle sharp tools like axes, machetes to farm tobacco. According to Human Rights Services, there are symptoms of acute nicotine poisoning. However, that's not the only danger. Here's Joanne Dang on the field.
Thank you, Genevieve. Coming to you live from the tobacco fields of Tennessee, I'm here with 13-year-old Elena G. How would you describe your experience?
I would barely eat anything because I wouldn't get hungry. Sometimes I felt like I needed to throw up. I felt like I was going to faint. I would stop and hold myself up with the tobacco plant. We would all contract nausea, vomiting, headaches, and dizziness from the chemical fumes and working too long.
Thank you. Children like Alina would smell, taste, and feel tractors showering pesticides as the chemical mist drifted towards them. Here we have Jocelyn Rodriguez, 17. So tell me, Jocelyn, describe the tractors and inhaling the toxic effluvium. How did you feel?
Like, one time, they sprayed, like, right where we were working. Like, we were cutting the flowers, and the vapor was right next to us in the part of the field we were just working in. I couldn't breathe. I started sneezing a lot. I still do it sometimes. And the chemicals just came right over to us. I didn't even know what to do.
These children have their parents' permission to work and are paid, therefore they are not slaves. Their working conditions are dangerous, and many people are questioning whether the law should allow children to work in this industry.
The majority of the child laborers are Hispanic immigrants. 2/3 of the children working the plant died from occupational injuries in a year from agricultural work.
Now back to Joanne Dang with 19-year-old Mildred Lima.
Lima harvested tobacco for $7.25 an hour. Describe your everyday life on the field.
Adults were mean, and when I was 14, I was sexually harassed. When my mom confronted the supervisor, he fired us. He fired my mom, me, and my grandma. They also made me climb up into the rafters of barns more than 1 story off the ground to hang tobacco to dry without any kind of safety gear. No child should ever have to go through what I did.
My child has been working on the field since she reached the age of qualification. Now she's still homesick with GTS, or green tobacco sickness. Couldn't take her to the hospital though, because we couldn't afford it. How sad is that? Children have to suffer such brutal treatment.
Another parent also concerned about her children is Jessica Rodriguez, mother of 2 boys, also in the tobacco industry. So Jessica, I heard that compared to other child slaves, your involvement was a bit more privileged. Would you agree?
I realized that the pay was extremely good, ranging from $100 to $150 a day. I got heat exhaustion, vomited constantly, and felt like my stomach was coming out of my body. They would give me water and saltine crackers to settle my stomach until I got better, and then back to work. Even though you could say that I was privileged, my life was still tough compared to the average girl my age.
Her sons, Brandon, 15, and Fernando, 13, spent the summer in the tobacco fields for the first time alongside her. Both boys have medical issues. Brandon has asthma and ADHD, and Fernando has a tumor on the bottom of his brainstem. Rodriguez is worried about the well-being in their fields. They are here at the station now.
When you are... Sorry, it's getting harder for me to breathe, now because the tobacco has worsened my asthma. As I was saying, when you are surrounded by plants that are taller than you feel like you're suffocating. But there are no other options to me another job, a better job that is not dangerous and hard.
As you can see, slavery is still a huge issue people have to deal with. You may not have even known that children your age are forced into hard manual labor each day. That's all we have for today's edition of WMS Worldwide News.
Tune in tomorrow at 3 to 5:30 for Westminster's news, sports, and weather.
From all of us here at the station, have a great night. Okay, ready? One more time. Please, guys, be quiet.
Please quiet.
1,
No,
2,
stop.
I did it! Go away!
Tune in tomorrow.
Oh, shoot, stop. Ready?
Of WMS Worldwide News, I see sprinklers. See, slavery is still a huge issue people have to deal with. That's all we have for WMS.
My child has been working on the field since she reached the age of qualification. Now she's at home sick with GTS, or green tobacco sickness. Green tobacco sickness. Couldn't take it
Tune in tomorrow from okay.
From all of us here at the station, have a great night.
That's all for today's edition of the Thanks for watching the
No!
That's all we have for today's edition. I did this, that's why.